Good morning and welcome. As the title suggests, yes, you can find these dual Mintmark Lincoln cents in other dates. Okay, as we all know, the benchmark for the over Mintmark coins, and when I mean over Mintmark, these are coins with two separate Mintmarks right on the coin. You have a Denver Mintmark and a San Francisco somewhere on the coin. Usually it's right on top of each other. The 1944 D over S is one prime example of a coin that everybody looks for, but nobody can find it with relative ease because, well, let's be honest, it's downright purty and it is extremely popular in variety searching across all different levels of collecting. So this is a coin that people gun for and other people find except you, right? So are there any other decades that we could look at where you can take advantage of a beautiful over mint mark like the 1944 D over S? Well, I'm happy to say there is. But to get down to the nitty gritty, are these coins indeed made in two different mints? Well, yes, as a matter of fact. Okay, you had a number of dies that were produced, and then subsequently these dies changed hands among the mints. Okay, so a 1944 S die somehow, some way ended up at the Denver Mint, and all they had to do was punch a new mint mark on top of the existing S, and then there you go. They have fed our variety hunting minds to a furious, maddening treasure hunt. And again, nobody wants to spend hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars, for an example of a good-looking 1944 D over S. So, what exactly are our alternatives in all this? Well, I'm happy to say that there are a number of 1950s Lincoln cents that you could search through with some sort of over mint mark variety. All right, the first one that I may get into is the 1951 D over S. Not many people know that an over mint mark exists on this particular date, let alone the other two dates on my list. But as you can see, you know, the coin, again, easily overlooked. Not many people look out for this type of variety because it's so subtle. If you found a coin with some gunk or grease built right into the mint mark, okay, because a lot of these are going to be pretty well worn, it's going to be hard to discern what you have. All right, as you can see here, the overlay suggests that the mint marks are right smack dab on top of each other. So being able to identify this, okay, is important. The cool thing is that this particular over mint mark is extremely desirable in the marketplace, especially examples in high grades. But I could honestly say even grades in lower condition still sell in the $10 to $20 range with relative ease. Now, if you're able to find some of those brilliant uncirculated examples of this coin, I'm happy to say that they sell for a few $100s, even if they're not graded. You don't have to grade any of these. That's the beauty part about mint mark varieties. You don't need any sort of certification to know what it is. People can just look at it and then make their own judgment on how much they want to pay for these things. So every single image that I'm going to show you will have an overlay of some sort, so that way you can see where the S is underneath each and every single one of these Denver minted coins. All right, the second coin on the list is a 1952 D over S. This one is a little bit stronger than the previous example, only because the S mint mark is to the south of the primary mint mark, which is the D. And this particular coin right here is just as valuable as the 51 D over S. As you can see on this overlay right here, it's pretty easy to distinguish this one. Again, with a magnifier of somewhere around 10 times power, is suitable when you're searching through mint mark varieties, whether it's an over mint mark or a repunched mint mark. but this coin is a beauty right here. And just like the previous example, if you're able to find one and it's less than stellar condition, these coins still sell for between $10 to $20. You know, you might be able to squeeze it to 25 on a good day. This is a coin that's not nearly as available as the 44D over S, but the reason why that there's more of these in existence or in circulation, let's go ahead and rephrase that, is that people don't traditionally look at this date and say, oh yeah, there's a D over S on this one. They'll just, you know, overlook it, and it'll end up, you know, back in the regular return pile. So this is the 1952 D over S. And by the way, this is OMM 001 in the Cherry Picker's Guide, and on the 51D, that is also an OMM 001. Now, what I didn't talk about was the second variant to the 51D. Okay, there is a second D over S Mintmark coin, which has a southern spread of the letter S under the D Mintmark. And that one is also along the same lines in terms of its worth in the secondary market, in that $10 to $20 range for low grades, and then a couple $100 for nice, brilliant, uncirculated type pieces. So I have one more coin to show you, and it is one that really is not found out there. It is tough to find, but people certainly overlook this coin quite frequently, and nobody ever decides to check on their 56D minted coins for one with an S Mintmark. Okay, it just doesn't happen. And as you can see in this example right here, it's really easy to overlook. Okay, because the S is not anywhere near the Denver Mintmark at all. As a matter of fact, it is underneath the one in the date. All right, this one right here is a phenomenal example of a coin that you just don't know where you're going to find it. Now, in 1956, the U.S. Mints did not make a San Francisco coin. Okay, so this is a pretty interesting inclusion on this list. However, this was probably an old set of dies that had an errant S Mintmark punched, you know, on accident. You know, maybe one of the thin punches ended up falling on the die as an engraver was working on it. You know, you never know the human error when it comes to these things. But as you can see on this overlay right here, this is a coin that is absolutely beautiful. It's stunning. It's easy to see with the right type of magnification. Now this one right here sells for quite a bit of money. Okay, if you're able to find one in nice circulated condition where you could actually still see that letter S under the one in the date, as you can see in this overlay, these coins sell for $25 to $50, okay, in less than desirable condition. So you want to make sure that's on there. However, brilliant uncirculated examples, whether they're graded or not, okay, sell for as high as $500–600, okay. This is one of those type of coins that not only is it an over Mintmark, but it's also a misplaced Mintmark. So it's kind of like a dual variety coin. It's really, there's no other way to describe it. But the coin in itself is one, you know, the toughest of the three on this list, and again, very easily overlooked if you're not, you know, paying attention, because most folks look for the repunched Mintmarks on this particular date as its strong suit, as there are dozens of various RPMs available for the 1956D. But this one is going to wrap up the top list of 4 coins. Okay, there's one, you know, again, the second variant of the 51D that I did not illustrate to you, but once you see it, it's no mistaking that it's one of the nicer over Mintmarks that you could find. But again, all these coins easily overlooked. They're extremely valuable. You know, low grade specimens, $10 to $25 on pretty much all of them. Nicer examples sell for a lot more money, and these are all desirable in the marketplace. So as you're combing through your change, going through wheat cent bags, or coin roll hunting stuff from the bank, keep an eye out on these coins. They're absolutely phenomenal, and you'll have a lot of fun as you come across them. So I want to thank you guys again for joining in on this wonderful broadcast for over mint marks in the 1950s and how you could take advantage of a coin that nobody ever looks for. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And as always, hit that like button. That's the best way you can support your boy Sean and Blue Ridge Silverhound. You guys take care. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one.